Today on Uncommonly Good MTG, we're playing a Rakdos deck that is made up entirely of awesome cards. It's like you say, what's the awesomest card in mono red right now? Well, burn down the house. What about Chandra's Hubble Beacon? Absolutely. Etali? Yes. Brotherhood in? Absolutely. What black? Yeah, absolutely. We'll play with those ones as well. Don't we have to put some sucky cards in here to make it any better? Nope. We're just going to play with nothing but awesome. Does this sound interesting to you? If so, stay tuned to find out more. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I am your host, the 32nd runner-up to the Mr. Universe pageant in 2023. It's surprising what you can accomplish by just showing up. Dr. Yukon Socket. Yes, thank you. Filmed for a live studio audience. Thank you so much. Yukon Socket. Word to your mama. So I'm bringing to you a deck I found over on Magic GG off the Platinum Mythic list. It did not have a name, but I knew that it was Rakdos and it was made up by nothing but awesome cards. So I called it Rakdos Awesome. And that's what we're playing with today. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the cards in this deck. We'll talk a little bit about what it should do, and then we'll go out and we'll crush some hopes and dreams. All right, what do we got? Let's start at the end. We've got Etali, who, when he comes into play, you exile the top cards of each person's library until you get a non-land card. And I can cast any number of spells from amongst them without paying their mana cost. And I can transform them from a 7/7 Trampler to a 11/11 Trampler Indestructible that throws out poison counters for 10 mana. So, yeah, he's Insanosaurus Rex is what he is. Virtue of Persistence has an adventure that does -3/-3 to a creature, and you gain 2 life for 2, and then for 7, at the beginning of your upkeep, target creature card from a graveyard goes in the battlefield under your control. Breach the Multiverse, this is another big one. Pay 7, each player mills 10 cards. For each player, you choose a creature or planeswalker in that player's graveyard, so it has to be milled or not. You just anything that was in there. Put those cards into the battlefield under your control, and they're yours. So, and what's great, if you can snag it, Etali out of it, then you can pick even more cards after that. Chandra, Hope's Beacon. Whenever an instant or sorcery spell is cast, you copy it. Whenever you cast it. And you can pick new targets for it, and the ability triggers only once each turn. But other than that, she's got the ability to give you 2 mana, or you can exit the top 5 luck cards of your library and play one of them until the end of the next turn. Or you could do negative whatever to deal damage up to 2 targets, any type. Players, planeswalkers, battles, creatures. And she starts off at 5. The more you pump her, the more she can do. Big score. You sacrifice a card, draw 2 cards. You get 2 treasure tokens as well. It's the ramp that gets you from 4 to 6 super quick. Archfiend of the Dross. He's a flying 6/6 for 4. And whenever an opponent creature dies, the controller loses 2 life. But also, he comes out with 4 oil counters on him. At the beginning of your upkeep, you remove an oil counter. If he's got no oil counters on him, you lose the game. He's kind of cutthroat that way, but he's worth it. Celestus is a mana source. Otherwise, he draws cards and gives you a life, right? Brotherhood ends a board wipe for 3. So it takes out all creatures and planeswalkers for up to 3 damage. Otherwise, you can destroy our artifacts with a mana value of 3 or less. Forgot Burn Down the House, which does 5 damage to each creature and planeswalker. Or you could put out 3 1/1 devils, and when they die, they do 1 point of damage to any target. And they've got haste. This guy is just a colorless mana source who, whenever a legendary creature enters the battlefield in your control, you may have it become an equipment, and you could pay 3 to put it on a legendary creature, apparently. And it gets +3/+3 and loses all other ability. You know whose ability we don't need after it comes into play? Etali. At which point, then, you can grab a 10/10, no problem, right? All right, Sheoldred, creature kill, planeswalker kill. Creature kill, and this one does X damage. And an extra one if you're doing it to a creature or planeswalker. If you got a planeswalker out, you can flashback it using loyalty counters to pay for its X. But the good thing is because this is sorcery, if you do it Chandra out, then you'll do it twice. So if you get Chandra up to, do it with 5, then this will become 10 points of damage. If you have her up to 7, it'll do 14 points of damage. It's all good stuff. All right, so what are we doing? We're starting out by controlling the board, and we're throwing out mana sources, which are going to ramp us up as quickly as possible to the high end. In the middle, we have the ability to put out an Archfiend to the Dross, hopefully killing him at that point. But if we can make it to the end, throwing down Breach the Multiverse, Virtual Persistent, and Etali to pretty much get loads of great stuff and wipe people out. All right, this is plenty of muscle, plenty of control, and ramp in the middle there. Let's go see what we can do. But before we do, let's say our prayers and talk about what is best in life. Dear Black King Toxrill, who dwells within the dark chambers of my heart, please hear my prayers and grant your blessings as we attempt to crush our enemies, see them driven before us, and to hear the lamentation of the women. Hello, one. Ever been against DesFx? DesFx, 1, 2, 3. Blackcleave Cliffs, where you gone? All the way the pain. All right, here we go. Burning down the house. Not a big fan of Field of Ruin. Get those boys together. Got lots of red, not enough black. We should probably pop this. So we'll put ourselves something good. I should have looked with the Pain Land, is what I should have done. Whack! Now I got enough for the Archfiend. Chomp chomp! Go get him, Chomper. Alright. That just looks stupid to me. I mean, why would we have a tunnel grinder in Magic cards? Alright, let's start up the awful. Let's go crazy on them. Are they just going to shoot it? I mean, I only got like whatever it is, 3 turns to do some awesome stuff with it. Alright, 1 down. Steal my cards like a sucker. Here's another. We looking for worms? Are you a chicken? Ooh, he doesn't have what he needs. All right, we'll try one more time. All right, we put out 3 of them now. Pretty soon we're gonna have to start laying out devils. He's got to double kill it. All right, devils it is. No devils. Apparently we gotta wipe out Sheoldred like a sucker. How much we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4. I got not enough. I'll have to start things up a little bit weird. And let's just let it go. Death! Take that action myself. Red. Oh, he's got lots of stuff there. Super good for him. Looks like all we're going to be doing is burn down the house. That's all we're going to be doing. There's anything you can do at this point. Two more gone. Destroy that thing. All right, red again. And we're good. Five points across the board. Again. Come on, man. Hold off. Those dual... I mean, he's got one more dual land. What does it really matter, right? Devils! That's it. That's it for my creatures right there. I will shoot you in the face with it. Leave myself a little bit of permanent. What are we down to? 33, 37. All right, in for two. That's it. That's my whole ability there. I was going to have like 9 of them. Let's see what you get for us, Chandra. Oh, I don't have the mana for it, huh? I don't then. Oh, good. I can still hold on to it. Next turn. Alright, that's why I saved our Field of Ruin for. In your face, suckerfish! Getting a little low on what I can actually pull. I'm going to get rid of Brotherhood's End. We're doing this a couple times, huh? Well, that was cool. A lot of Brotherhoods in there, don't I? Alright, let's just shoot this guy in the face. In for 2. Let's just let it go. We can use go for the throat. We got these things through the end of our next turn. Yeah. Put something out. And we win! Victory! Alright, we're playing against slothclunk. 2 great words that are supposed to go together, apparently. Slothclunk. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, number 1. Number 2, we can kill that guy. Get him while he's small. That's not good. We're gonna have. How am I gonna kill that guy? Oh, go for the throat. That's how I'm gonna do it. Go for the throat. Alright, let's see what he does with that Archfiend. He just eliminates it. That's what he does. Okay, I got a bunch of 7s here. You're getting rid of it yourself there, Madhu Princess, huh? That's exactly like a counter spell. What do you got up here? I'll take a red. He's gonna grab a green. No, he didn't care about green at all. Yeah, nothing. I mean, I can burn them all down here in a second. But there's something else that's cheap. Your dude doesn't have any pants on. Cover up your shame, boy. All right, now I'm gonna have to burn down the house. Man, Brotherhood in was going to be so fun, but no, I got to burn down the house just because they put a Sheoldred out. I'm going in for the punch. I need 2 more mana out of nowhere. Oh, I'm down to 6 already, too. Come on, you can do it, deck. You know what you're doing. Unfortunately, I can't play this on his turn, though. Take another 3 like a sucker. Oh, he's not. Let me do that. There we go. That's what we need to do. Let's Etali it. Ah, that was bad. Counter spells, man. I'm glad he pulled it out at the end, because I would have never played with him otherwise. All done. We're playing against filipeu. Eep. The cat's over there crapping in my sand. That's just gross. 2. 3. All right, 4. Let's big score it. If I throw away something good, I could definitely put out something awesome on the next turn. Let's throw away this one. They got 6, therefore I'll have 7, and then I can do Breach the Multiverse. See, I was worried about something like that, but what can you do? You've got 2 of them out now. They're both so pumped. All right, let's breach the multiverse. Let's see what we can pull out. We'll add 2 mana to the mix. Let's go for black. Make you give it up. Oh, and doubled it up. That's right, Chandra. For the win. Good job. That means I could do -6 with this thing. And I can do twice this, which would be 14. Possibly more. I could get it up by 2. Is that the deal? Yeah, to 9. So we could do 18. There we go. That's the deal. All right, +2. Red it up. There we go. We went to town, baby. All right, we're playing against SAWQ. Well, it hurt my voice to say that. All right, dislike these things, but whatever. We could trade them out, pick up something decent, keep. Because definitely need another black. Hopefully play something other than basic lands. I'll tell you, we're going to Field of Ruin it. And we'll wait. Still just basic land. We need that extra black to do anything good here, and we don't have it. There's something. All right, black. Looks like he was striving to get a hold of black men as well. Not great for us. This is Eat his lunch, drink his milkshake. We got time. All right, what are you going to do about an Archfiend? I really hope you're not playing Virtue Persistence as well. He's up to 6. I'm up to 6. All right, Virtue of Persistence. I got it out first. That's not good for you. We've only got like 2 creatures. Well, that's a whole lot of mana for no reason. All right, there we go. Now I got, yeah, see, 20 to 20, and I got the Virtue of Persistence. Suck it! All right, playing against TONKATSU-KYK. I kept 2 mana. That was maybe not the best situation. All right, let's keep the ramp from ramping. I'm sure we're playing against dinosaurs here. And we're stuck doing nothing. This happens occasionally with this deck. All right, 3. Let's blow this popsicle stand. That would have been the better one. I could have gotten rid of dinosaur. I got the 2 black. It's usually the reds that I need some help with. All right, that's it. Pretty much our ability to kill stuff. Big score is actually probably my best move. Because I need to get the mana so I can get out to the Breach the Multiverse. All right, here's where he puts out something big. He doesn't have something big. Nice. I'll take... we win. That's all there is to it. Victory. All right, so here we are with Rakdos Awesome. And yeah, it was an awesome deck. It really was really good. I have never seen so much rage quitting in my life. And by that, I mean, people have like 20, 25 life and they just give up because they just don't want to see what's going to happen after Virtue Persistence comes out. It was just too much for them to mind. I mean, I'm guilty of it myself. You know, you throw out Virtue Persistence, you know that you can take 2 of the greatest cards from, from either deck, And then that's it. You're just kind of screwed at that point, usually. So that's just, I just was tapping him again. It was Breach the Multiverse just floored people. They just would not live with it. All right, so let's see. Let's talk about this thing. Who was the MVP, the most valuable player? It was Big Score. Big Score was. Reason why is because it jumped us from 5 to 6. And then if we can get a 7th mana, then we can play all of the big stuff. Really, if we had 6, we can get into Chandra. Chandra's fantastic. Because the thing is, then we'd be back down to 4, but then we can use her to get back up to 6. We still were just looking for that last 7th mana. But then also, if we, even with just the 6, we could use it to cast a lot of things. And we get double duty out of them because she doubles up any instant and sorcery being cast there. Like potentially another Big Score, which would lead you right into Breach the Multiverse or Etali, or putting out Virtue Persistence. It was really, really good. So, but Big Score was the MVP that jumped us up from early game to mid game, which put us into late game range incredibly fast, which was usually enough to win what was going on. Good job, Big Score. All right, was this deck competitive? Well, I did pick it up off of the Platinum Mythic list, so I'm going to have to say yes. In my own personal rankings, I ended up getting a 58%. Now, I got to tell you, a couple of those are me just misplaying, just because I wasn't used to playing it. It takes me a while to warm up to some things initially. Like I wasn't paying attention to like whether or not I had any life left. And do I need to block? Things like that. But this deck in every single game was a fighter. It was going to town every time. So I got to say, even in the games I lost, I fully enjoyed playing them. Was it competitive? I'm going to say, yeah, it is competitive. I think that we're really looking around at 60% on this thing. And we can talk about why in a little bit. But yeah, 58, 60%, that seems about right. All right, so let's see. Was this deck fun? Absolutely, it was fun. What I liked about it was that there was a lot of great control between the Go for the Throat, Sheoldred's Edict, Brotherhood End, Virtue Persistence. We could blow things away. We could blow away the table. I was pulling down like all of the burn down the houses. That was fine. Big Score going and looking for cards. Celestus helping you doing card draw. It was fantastic in early game situations. I couple times I kind of felt like I stalled out at mana at like 3 when I really needed 4, and maybe I wasn't able to, and then I couldn't get Big Score going or something. That was a problem a couple of times, but that's just the shuffler just jumping in the way and keeping you from doing anything decent. So yeah, it was a super fun deck. I just every card in here is just so fantastic. I knew I wanted to play it as soon as I saw it. I just thought, man, there's not enough other stuff in here. But you know what? It was the perfect amount of stuff. All right, so was this deck interesting? Well, it was interesting because of the cards that was in here. Chandra's Hope, Breach the Multiverse, Virtue Persistence, Etali, Burn Down the House, Archfiend of the Dross. I mean, everything about it was great. The only card I wasn't 100% on was Light Up the Night. But the thing is, though, is that Light Up the Night and Chandra is a great combo into itself. Because if you got Chandra out to be the Planeswalker that, well, just having it out, then therefore you double everything that Light Up the Night does. And so therefore you can even say, okay, +2 to Chandra, and then to use the mana to pay for Light Up the Night, at which point then whatever Chandra is out +2 is then done twice for Light Up the Night. I mean, it's a great combo. So Light Up the Night does work well. It just, in this deck, there wasn't really as much like triplification of the mana as I played. Like in my favorite deck from last month. What is that called? The Ramp Rats. Oh, that was so good. And Light Up the Night was a big part of it. In here, it's not quite as powerful, but I got it to be really good in one of the decks we played. One of the times I played with this particular deck. So, yeah, the cards themselves are what makes it interesting. I don't know. Do we have anything in here from Ixalan? Doesn't look like it. So it's not made up with new cards. The thing I thought Demolition Field and Field of Ruin, I thought this was ridiculous. But you know what? I use the hell out of these things. There's a lot of non-basic land stuff going on right now. These things were really good. Plus, I could crack them open, destroy something, and get whatever I wanted, which is really what I needed to go be able to play either double red or double black. So having 8 of those in there wasn't bad at all. It really wasn't all that bad. I kind of actually liked it. I'm surprised for having 8 of them in there that it was really worthwhile. It totally was. Big time. All right, so let's add this up. Was it competitive? Yes. Was it fun? Yes. Was it interesting? Somewhat. I liked it quite a bit. I thought it was an interesting deck. All right, so I'm going to call this an A+ deck. I thought it was A+. And as I'm required by federal law to say, this deck was so choice, I would highly recommend you pick one up, should you have the means. That's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the underground secret headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, be excellent to each other, and party on, dudes.